Welcome back to another edition of Welcome to the Industry under the New York Underground Radio umbrella. I'm your host, Big DeeMo. Today, my guest is a man who made it happen in an area from the ground up as an individual, as an independent in the New England area. I can't even tell you how hard that is, first. Secondly, my man went from the sticks to being global. He's now doing not only his music thing, being connected to the industry in such a way, but now you're doing flicks, movies. That's how much they appreciate this guy. You might not know who he is, but we know who he is. Let's welcome our guest, Raging I. What's up, my guy?
Yeah, let's go, let's go. What's going on, bro, man? Yo, D, man, shout out to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, always solid. You know what I mean? Like, conversation is always good, and I'm so grateful to be here, man. For real, for real.
Yeah, man. How you doing? How is everything?
Hey, man, everything's great, man. I can't complain, and I won't complain. You feel me? Ain't no
That's
complaining on this
it.
side, man. We just working, touching the people, and having a good time. You know what I'm
A blessed man. I like it. So let's hop right into it, brother. I've known you for quite some years now, and dealing with you, what I found out is you're a very unique individual, and that in the game you got to stand out. Let's talk about your musical name, Raging I. What's the meaning behind it, and how did it come back for you? Because it stands out. It's not like
saying?
anybody else's name.
Yeah, facts, facts. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's rage and I, and if you slow it down, it's rage and I. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, D and I walk to the store, you know what I'm saying? So it's rage and I, meaning there's two people. You got rage, and then you got me, which is Marcus, you know what I'm saying? So growing up, you know what I mean? I go from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? I go way in the beginning. When I was young, I witnessed my whole family, you know what I'm saying, get murdered. I was the only survivor. And I mean, like my whole household. So having that experience, I grew up with a lot of rage, you know what I'm saying? So I was, everybody named me Rage, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I named myself. It was just the name I was given because of, you know what I'm saying, just the outbursts I was having as a kid, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was a straight A student. You know what I'm saying? In
I can
class,
relate.
you know what
I
I
can
mean?
relate.
All my teachers would tell you I was a favorite student in class, all the way from kindergarten to when I graduated high school. You know what I'm saying? Straight A's, little B's here and there, maybe a C if I wasn't feeling it. If I was just signing CDs in the back of the class, but you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, Rage and I, Marcus and Rage, and that's what you get, and it doesn't turn off. It ain't no switch. Like it's just me. That's who I am. Like, and if you know me, so everybody know like that. That's what you get. So it ain't
And
no
it's crazy because you're such a
yeah.
fun guy. I'm like, I'm listening to the story like he popped off. So let's talk about that chip on the shoulder. Carrying that chip from your
Yeah.
childhood, how did that affect you coming into the big bad music game where a lot of people will make you feel like you need a chip on your shoulder?
Well, it's crazy because right now coming into the game now this part is crazy because I'm actually like the youngest OG in the rap game, period, right? I'm younger than Bow Wow, you know what I'm saying? And I've been doing music since them days, you know what I mean?
Right,
So,
correct.
so coming in, I was rapping my experiences and rapping from where I'm from, you know what I mean? I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut, born and raised, you know what I'm saying? And the worst part of Connecticut, probably one of the worst parts of the tri-state, not taken away from nobody else, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody know from this side, they know what's up with Bridgeport. But coming from Bridgeport, I only could talk about Bridgeport and the things that I've seen and that I've been through and that I was doing. So coming into the game, being in the meetings and sitting down with the big wigs and all that, they heard my music and it was like, no, we cannot let this get out. There's no way a kid is gonna be rapping about the street, rapping about violence, fighting, guns, and all this. And because if we let that happen, this story was that the youth will start you know what I mean, doing what they doing now. So it's kind of contradictory, but you know what I'm saying? Like they was like, nah, we can't let this type of music get out there. You know, like they always say this, look at Bow Wow, he's rapping about the girls, lollipops and all this kind of stuff, basketball.
Right.
Like,
Not from New England.
yeah, I'm like, man, listen, man, we ain't got no basketball over here, man. We straight thugging, we in the streets, you know what I'm saying? We camouflage all day. This is what we do on this side, you know what I'm saying? But they wasn't trying to hear that. So actually I had a at that time I had a manager named Dave G who who managed us from our younger days to like our teen days. So, you know what I mean? Dave G sat me down and he was like, yo, you know what? You got to be more commercial. He always told me that you got to make commercial music. You got to make music that's appealing to the masses and to the world. You know what I'm saying? That way everybody will love you and they won't judge you based on your music. They will just, you know what I'm saying? They will have an open ear. So ever since then, I've been in the commercial bag and wasn't able to turn it off. You know what I'm saying? And then if people meet me, you know what I'm saying, personally outside of everything, like they'll know, like, oh man, listen, man, yeah, it's like every time I meet somebody, it's like I already knew them. You know what I'm saying? So I give off that energy. So you know what I'm saying? Like everybody, even now, like doing acting and stuff and producing film. When I meet the actors and everything, they hear my name and they say, hey, um, why they call you Rage? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. I don't get it. He's a
yeah,
nice dude.
yeah,
He's good.
yeah,
He's always professional, but it comes from somewhere, you know.
yeah, yeah,
And that
fact,
kind of takes me to the next question as you're elaborating on that, because eventually, you know, when we come up freestyle and everything, you hear that word. You got to become commercial. You're like commercial, you know, and it just echoes in your head until you get it. But speaking of which, it's like you're making waves all over the world with that, and you did start from the ground up. And I'm asking about how you're making the movement in New England. You kind of explained that. So even though you're independent, talk about your connection to the commercial world and how that came about.
yeah, man. So, you know what I mean? Just out here grinding, you know what I mean? And taking everything over as a kid, you know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna elaborate at that part because no one never seen a kid working independently and as hard as I was doing it at that time because
Right.
everything was label, big labels, you know what I'm saying? So there's one particular time we went to the Funflex car show. I'll never forget this day. And you know, like Lil Kim is there, Fabulous is there, Red Cafe is there. Shout out to Red Cafe.
Yeah, shout
Um
out.
and they I remember I think Fab was performing. I was I ended up standing on this car and you know what I mean, I'm bopping away and as soon as he finished, I just start rapping. You know, just start rapping. I'm a kid. Everybody looking like, who's this kid standing on this car rapping? Lil Kim is on the stage like pointing at me like, yeah, yeah. Rad Cafe comes over there. Now me and Rad Cafe is going back and forth bar for bar. And I remember Spike DVD. Before Spike TV and all that, it was Spike DVD. You know what I'm saying? Spike DVD was out there with the cameras and all that. Like, and we was actually on the Spike DVD series, me and Red Cafe, going back and forth rapping and stuff. So you know what I mean? Like, and
Wait,
that
so it
right
was
there,
just a lit moment and you just jumped in and
it was a lit moment. I took over. Everybody looking like, yo,
wow.
who's this kid standing on this car rapping? I'm rapping like
He
the
just hopped
music.
up like, yo.
Yeah, the music stopped and all you see me up there just going and going. So Red Cafe comes over there. He's like, nah, I gotta get in on this. So me and Red was going back and forth. Then after that, you know what I'm saying? I was so young, man. Right after that, he took us to McDonald's and everything. And as a kid, you know, McDonald's is everything. You know what I'm saying? So
Of
we over
course.
there having fun, the whole shakedown and my squad Teflon. Because even though I'm a kid, I was still like a CEO in the mogul at that time without even knowing because I had my whole squad with me, which is Teflon, you know what I'm saying, still to this day. And we you know what I mean, at that time we blended Shakedown with Teflon and he gave us a whole bunch of CDs and stuff. We was out here promoting them and everything. So that was literally my first way in the door. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of just took off since then.
Wow, that is a story. I mean, and
Yeah,
sometimes I'm gonna be real. When you're given an opportunity, sometimes you just gotta take it. You just gotta
yeah,
take
yeah.
it. And the fact that you did it at such a young age is
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
But it
yeah,
made
yeah,
noise for you. And that's
yeah.
a good thing because if you don't take chances, you ain't never gonna know, man. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah, that's a
Now,
fact. That's a fact.
yeah, combining like where you're at now, right? Doing the research, you are doing the movies. Now,
Yeah.
what's the biggest adjustment going from the music to movies? Which process do you prefer?
Um, I prefer the movies only because with the music you can hear me, but with the music, I mean with the movies you can actually see me. You know what I'm saying? And um, the transition, I would say for myself, I'm only speaking for myself, and I'm not taking nothing from nobody, no professional actors, but I'm actually being myself because I've been in the entertainment business for so long that it all I hear is, "Hey, be yourself." You know what I'm saying? The all right, here we go. So the way I got into acting was one of my guys, Kevin Sable, who's literally my business partner to this day, one of my best friends. You know what I'm saying? He hit me out the blue. We were strangers. We only seen each other from time to time by doing this place called Toad's Place, which is like one of the biggest legendary venues in Connecticut, right? So I'll say in the whole tri-state, right? So we'll see each other from time to time, and I'll see them and be like, "Hey, man, that's some dope white boys." That's what I always said. Every time I see him and his brothers and them, I'll say like, "Yo, that's some dope white boys." So one time he hit me up. He like, "Yo, you ever thought about being in a movie?" And I said, "Yeah, eventually I have to because I want to do a story about my life. So eventually, that's there, but not right now. You know what I'm saying? Whatever." He's like, "Yo, man, I always see you, and I have this character that puts me in mind of you. Like, would you mind if I send you the script?" And I'm like, "Nah, go ahead." And it just so happened that the dude name in the script name was like Rage, right? So I'm like, "Oh no, I got this." Man, what? No, I got this, right? Yeah, because ain't nobody else gonna play nobody with the name Rage. No, that's me, right? So he sends me the script, and he's an acting coach as well. So as we meet on the acting tip for the first time, he comes over and my manager let him in. Shout out to Scrap. Um, Scrap let him upstairs. I come downstairs and I start saying the lines of the movie. So I'm like, God damn, Sabo. And then he's looking at me like, huh? And then I'm going into the script. I'm saying his part, my part. And I'm
Right.
like,
You to memorize it.
I'm like, yo, page 30. And he's like, now he's flipping through the page. It's like, oh shit, my bad. So he's like, now he's going through. He's like, hey man, he closed the book and said, yo, you got the part, man. So ever since then, we just been locked in on the acting tip, yo. You know what I'm saying? And yeah,
That's like because we have to remember our verses, and we gotta, especially when putting on a show, you gotta remember a whole set, right?
yeah,
Um, that helps the crossover, I think, when musicians, especially rappers, come over to the movies because that's what we're used to doing, memorizing our verses and putting the emotions ahead of time into it. So he was probably like, "What the heck? Like this
yeah,
dude's ready, set, Jetty."
and
Like,
it blew him away. And I'm gonna tell you a secret. You know what I mean? Here's an exclusive. This is an exclusive right here. That was the first piece of paper that I had to memorize in a long time, and I'm gonna tell you why. I have something called tinnitus. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know what it is, but for the viewers, it's the ringing of the ear, and what that
right.
does is it take away your imagination and your memory as well. So it's hard to like memorize things and focus and stuff
Absolutely.
in that nature. So I haven't wrote a song since 2006. Every song I've done since 2006 currently been I want to not say off the top because freestyling is okay, but I'm not really with that. I'm kind of more organized, but I kind of like wrote it in my mind to fight against the tinnitus and everything. You know what I'm saying? So that day, what happened was the first time I actually had to memorize a piece of paper. I had to look at it and memorize word for word, a line for line. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
That is heavy exclusive. I would have never guessed. Just, I mean, you have to work regardless, but that's hard work, man. Like
yeah.
that's hard. Like
Yeah,
wanting to make it going against a disability like that. And I do know about it because, as you know, in our industry, a lot of producers end up with it.
yeah,
I
yeah,
get the
yeah.
ringing sometimes. You know, I've had volume max since the '80s.
Yeah, yeah. So you know,
My mom bought
you
me an
talking that
Alpine
real
as a
volume.
6-year-old. You know what I'm saying? That thing was turned up. So
That
yeah,
real volume. Yeah.
I definitely know about it. That's really cool. And what's the movie you guys are currently working on?
Oh, the one we currently working on now is called The Headliner. You know what I'm saying? It's a sequel to the opener. You know what I mean? The opener's on YouTube. Everybody check it out.
I
Just go
peeped.
on YouTube. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Go
Good
on
stuff.
there. Go on there and search the opener. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna pop up. It's called the opener movie. It's the first thing, and it's probably the one of its kind. So you know what I mean? And right now we got the headliner, you know what I'm saying, where Kev is playing himself, Kevin Sable, he's playing the kid from Connecticut who's trying to make it in the industry, in the showcase market, you know what I mean, and showing the challenges of being a white MC amongst a bunch of diverse MCs and minorities. So, you know, they go through a lot of stuff too, you know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
that we don't see and that we won't acknowledge because we're so focused on the stuff we go through trying to break through in this industry when we're really the majority in the industry. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
it's kind of flipped, you know what I mean? And it's a unique story to watch because now you see it from someone who grew up, you know what I mean, in poverty just like us, poor just like us, but his skin colors is different. But he got the same story, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of dope. So and what the headliner is, he actually um he's going back to because the opener was he was trying to win the showcase, you know, to just gain popularity and gain momentum. So the headliner is him actually coming back as the headliner, and he's like punching hard. Like I don't want to give too much, but he's kind of like punching hard at making it to that top level of respect. You know what I'm saying? Because in this game, it's all about respect. Everybody wants the respect. You know what I'm saying? So that's the top. You know what I
Talk
mean?
to
You know what I
him.
mean? Money, power, respect. You know what I'm saying?
Come
But
on.
you know what I mean? My story is just a little different. I started off with the respect, you know what I'm saying? Now we try and get the money, you know what I'm saying? But the respect and the power, now we try and get the money. That's where we at now. So,
Well,
but
if you follow just in this interview alone, that's
yeah,
basically how you had to do it. You know, if you
yeah,
follow how you were saying it, getting out there, making them recognize you. I'm from Bridgeport. This is what we do out here. Red Cafe. Shout out to Red because he's
shout
no
out to
slouch,
Red.
man.
Definitely.
So for
Oh
him to
yeah,
want to get involved speaks volumes
yeah,
of who you are.
yeah, facts,
And
facts.
speaking of MCs, everybody answers this question differently, but I hear everybody with it. Top
Mm-hmm.
five MCs, dead or alive.
All right.
This is gonna let us
Um,
know who really influenced you too.
yeah. Facts, facts. We're gonna go with Pac, you know what I'm saying? Like Pac is my number one, you know what I mean? Like just the diversity of Pac. That's what I love about Pac, you know what I'm saying? Everyone else got they different thing, but like unconditional love and better days and all them is my joints, you know what I'm saying? Like hit them up and all that, that's cool, but yeah, I'm yeah. All right, so we got Pop. Um, let's see. I want to say Juvenile. You know what I'm saying? Juvie. You know what I mean? Like everybody knows from. for Juvie to come from the South and bust worldwide the way he did, you know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Very underrated.
That took a lot, you know what I mean? That took a lot. So shout out to Juvie and shout out to the Hot Boys, you know what I mean? Like I want to say Juvie and the whole Cash Money, we gonna put them on one little plateau, you know what I mean? We're gonna put them there, right? So
Hey,
then
shout out to those guys. They're about to drop. Him and Manny are about to drop a new album.
oh yeah, facts, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. And shout out to my brother Turk too, man. We gonna get into that in a few. But yeah, so now we at number three. I would say Mace, you know what I mean? Like Mace.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Reach deep in the
yeah, yeah.
bag.
Yeah. Especially over here on the East Coast, you know what I mean? Like Mace definitely influenced me, like, you know what I mean? Like coming with the bars and you gotta have style with your bars, you know what I'm saying? So
Bars.
yeah. Now, right after Mace came 50, you know what I mean? And 50
Naturally.
definitely. You know what I mean? So 50, that's yeah. You know what I mean? We at number four, and I say number five, that gotta be me. You know what I mean? Because
Fair.
I never took a day off of music. Like I've been doing
Fair.
music over 30 plus and I never took a day off. So I'm way in it more than your favorite rapper's rapper. And you can even ask them, they'll tell you. They
Yeah.
a lot of times they get inspiration from me and they tell me that. They tell me, hey little bro, you inspired me So I'm like, damn, you inspired me. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
and
So
like I've heard about that too. Like especially having a back connection to Busta and
yeah,
Spliff and those guys, bro. Your name rings bells. So no lie, if you're picking yourself fifth, I don't even see that as anything but honorable. You
yeah.
definitely put in the work, and if you inspire you, that's the thing. So now that we got that big of a trunk of info from you, what's your next move? What's next for Rage
Um
and I?
My next move right now, what I'm doing is I'm helping artists. You know what I'm saying? I'm helping a lot of artists out there, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy the benefits and the fruits of being an artist, you know what I'm saying? Because um a lot of artists, you know what I mean, they get discouraged, like especially in the showcase market and open mic market and even
Absolutely.
even even trying to climb to that headlining market, you know what I mean? They get discouraged because there's a lot of people out there, there's a lot of labels, there's a lot of side industry people that's like taking their money and stuff and not, you know what I mean? They'll do a show. Sometimes they won't perform. Other times they'll pay X amount of dollars. It'll be expensive and they won't get nothing out of the show. So I'm here to just help artists. You know what I'm saying? Like enjoy being an artist because I think
Absolutely.
that 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 artsy part of being an artist that kind of got taken away. I don't want to say with the digital world, but with the instantaneous gratification. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, like this is hot. You know what I'm saying? So or just because somebody from the internet done got on and now they got $1 million to take away from the MC and now the MC think he's not wanted or valuable no more. No, there's a place for the MCs. Like get on that stage, you know what I'm saying? And while you on that stage, guess what? You get performance royalties for that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a million ways. There's a million ways. Some helping artists get on the radio. You know what I mean? Claim they performance royalties for performing. So yeah, hit them open mics. Hit as many as possible. Because guess what? At the end of the day, you can claim that on your ASCAP, your BMI, and whatever else you got out there. Because everything is worldwide. You know what I mean? ASCAP, BMI, that's within the U.S. Without the U.S., they got all the other PROs, the Performing Rights Organization. So yeah, man. Yeah. Tap in, man.
No, absolutely. I agree with that. That's good movement. I feel the same way in my community. Just, that's important to touch down where you came from and see, what the level of some of those youngsters and where they're at, right?
Yeah,
And trying to uplift them.
yeah,
Everybody knows it's hard in this game.
Yeah.
And we all start off with the shows where we got to sell the tickets, right? We got
Yeah,
to sell the
yeah,
tickets, get on, and then move
yeah.
on up. So hey, that's good moving, man. You're doing wonderful things in there, man. I appreciate who you are and being the individual that you are and being different, not being so tied down to what people think you ought to do, especially coming
Yeah,
out of the area you're coming out of. Somebody
absolutely.
could say,
Absolutely.
"Oh, coming out of New England, I would have done it this way or that way," but you did it your way. It worked. The
Absolutely.
support you
Absolutely.
get is crazy right now. So you're doing movies and the outreaches and your own music. That's all. That's all real good movement. And we just want to know where can we find you, bro? Plug us into all of your social medias before we run off air.
Hey man, you can look me up. I'm not hard to find. Rageni, Rageni. You know what I'm saying? Just search me up. Or if you want to do Insta, you know what I'm saying? I'm at Rage underscore mogul. Rage the mogul. That's my AKA. I'm Rageni, AKA Rage the mogul. You know what I'm saying? The youngest mogul in the game right now, and I'm
Yes,
not
sir.
taking away from anybody, but I'm just saying I know what I do, and I'm here to do what it do. You feel me? And the OGs will tell you, like, you know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? If you are inspiring actor, if you're inspiring artist, if you just want to get in the entertainment business, you know what I mean? If you're an inspiring producer, you know what I'm saying? I got my brother D right there, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like
sir.
tap in with us, man. We here to help, you know what I'm saying? Because there's enough for everybody. Don't let nobody kid you to
Absolutely. I always
tell
say
you
that.
that just because I'm hot, you can't be. No, there's enough for me. There's enough for you. There's enough for them. There's enough for us to put somebody else on. There's enough to put another state on. There's enough for us to put on a whole galaxy. You know what I'm saying? So let's get out there and let's just claim what's ours. You know what I'm saying? Like be an artist, be an actor, be what you want to be, and be who you are. Be at the end of the day, just be a loving soul. You know what I mean? And enjoy this experience of life. And yeah, yeah, just enjoy, have fun, smile, and love. That's it. You dig? Like,
Wow, I can't believe this interview. We got some exclusives. We heard it here first in a lot of ways. I
oh yeah,
appreciate your time, Rage, and I know you got a full rest of the week, and for you to
oh
give us this
yeah.
time, we
Oh,
appreciate you, bro.
hey, hey,
Shout out to
listen,
you.
bro.
Give you your
Yeah,
flowers, man. You're doing it. You're repping. Nobody can
thank
stop
you,
you.
thank
You're
you,
on a
thank you,
freight
thank you,
train moving forward.
thank you, thank
So
you, man. And
definitely
I
have a
appreciate,
good rest of the week and all the
and I,
success to you and yours, my man.
Hey, thank you, D man. I appreciate you too, bro. Hey man, shout out to D man. Shout out to DeeMo. Hey, make sure y'all tap in with my bro, man. He got them beats. He got everything you need on the production side. You know what I'm saying? Super producer right there. You dig? You know what I'm saying? And we here just to blend the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? There's no more East Coast, West Coast. It's called us. You know what I mean? It's called us.
That's it.
That's what it's called. You know what I mean? Let's show them what
I
us is
appreciate you,
about.
bro. I appreciate you. You have a good one and do your thing, man. All right.
I appreciate you too, man. Love is love. Love always.